Hi everyone, it's SK95. Welcome back to more Metroid Prime Remastered. In the last part, we got into a new area, the Thrindra Snowdrifts, and we even got access to a new beam power-up, the Wave Beam. In other Metroid games, this passes through walls. In this game, electrical attack damage. And in this part, we're going to continue on these drifts. Alright, so we're going to have to time these bomb jumps properly so we don't fall off. Thankfully, though, we got that really quickly, so we're good. With our new beam added to us, we actually have access to destroy these enemies at once. As you can plainly tell, they die like a quick bomb. Now we can destroy this. The upside of this is that it does electrical damage. As electrical damage implies, the attack does a significant damage to normal enemies. Not only that, the attack can also have a paralyzing effect on the enemy. As a result of that, you can mix this and match this with missiles and other attacks. This makes an incredibly helpful tool against fights. So we can actually charge this low to destroy the enemy quickly, so we don't have to waste our time. Alright, so let's just keep charging it. As you can tell, not exactly an issue anymore. You never have to worry about these guys anymore. Nice. Definitely clears our heads. Alright, now we're in here. We want to head back to that area I showed before, where I mistakenly went the wrong direction. It is okay. And as you can clearly tell, as soon as we beat the Mama Slogkoff, now normal Slogkoffs appear in this area. A little bit worrying, but thankfully it won't be too bad. In case you're wondering, no, you cannot destroy them with the electrical elements. I've tried. Thankfully, though, missiles still get the job done, no problem. Unfortunately, it's still annoying to waste a missile on an enemy that has the lowest of HPs. But I digress. We don't have much of a choice. Thankfully, this is going to go by very quickly, because we don't have to worry about these enemies anymore. We just need to wait and wait. Also, it does speed up when you're holding charge. Now they're over. I went the wrong way, didn't I? I am totally smart. It's a good thing I have Boost Ball, otherwise I'd be annoyed. I art totally smart. It's a good thing we have double jump. We don't have to worry about this anymore. Alright, so let's go back up here like we're supposed to. Thankfully now we have this attack item. We can have beam weapons. We can actually destroy these guys no problem. Don't have to worry about these guys anymore. Great. We have to get these more and more things added to us, and there's nothing else in this area. Unfortunately, it's kind of a trick area, if you know what I mean. I digress. Oh, hello. Well, that works. There is an enemy here that later on that can be very, very annoying. The boss of the area is a one enemy type thing, as I mentioned. There we go. Alright, get rid of you. Get rid of you. Charge my attack. You know, hindsight, it should have charged. But, there we go. Unfortunately, this is not as fast as, say, our normal power beam. So we won't exactly get there in time. There we go. Open the door. There we go. More of these guys we haven't seen in a while. Thankfully, though, they're not too much trouble. Oh, another one of you. Die. In case you're wondering, these guys are still the same enemies regardless. Scarabs are those type of enemies that keep respawning in areas. I digress. They are a little bit annoying, but they can be beneficial if you're just trying to get speed and other things. We're in a new area. Definitely looks interesting. I'll say right now, but it's not exactly what we are worried about. Alright, there we go. Get up here. We want to actually stay in this. Boost ball constantly. Until 2 gates open up. Those look oddly familiar from a previous area we haven't been to in a while. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Alright, jump down here. There we go. And there we go. Boost! Boost! All 4 of them are open. And something's activated. Alright, let's go and get up to that activation point. That's going to require us going into bomb mode again. There we go. Bomb it. And now it's open. And the water level will rise. A little worrying, isn't it? Have that mode quickly, otherwise you're going to get yourself soaked. It's going to only do that for a little bit. However, there's one thing we want to go to before we head over there. By going here and then pressing the bomb button and going in. There we go. We get ourselves access to another energy tank that we could not get to before. However, as soon as we do that, though, the water level drops like a rock. This timer does not last that long at all. You're going to have to actually be a little more precise than you usually are. Thankfully, you don't have to worry about the other things that I have to worry about. Such as, you know, opening those gates again. And it turns on once again. There we go. Those enemies are definitely a weird type of enemy that we can see randomly in the stage. Area. I keep doing that. Are you freaking? Why do you keep doing that? Invisible enemies that deal damage. Why? Unfortunately for us, there is something under this. Core light seems to be worn, and the gate has no power. Power conduit is nearby. It's not going to break by conventional means. Hit that over there. In case you're wondering, you can double jump over there. However, I'm not going to recommend doing that because it's actually not where we need to go. That area over there is actually something else. However, let's try going over there so I can show you it at least. A save room. Very helpful. Now let's see if we can get over there easily. And if not, we can just go over to the left and try to hang corners. There we go. We made it? Alright. Now let's jump over here. Open this door. We found another turret. In case you're wondering, a full charge of this causes it to go sporadic. And then blow up. Guess what? Scan this enemy. New enemy added to logbook. Shadow Pirate. Power Force trained and equipped with self-operations. A select group of space pirates have access to sophisticated cloaking technology. This gear drains high levels of power, however, forcing them to rely solely on melee weapons in battle. Using enhanced detection gear while fighting these units... Yep. Oh boy. Now, as I was saying, if we could just get rid of you, as you can tell, lightning has definite side effects to it. Thankfully, we got that energy tank, otherwise we'd take a bit more worry. Now I assume you familiar realizing we're actually running into a space pirate operation. We can actually fire at this while we're here, destroy it so we don't get shot at. Because guess what? Gate locks up. It was an alarm system to warn the space pirates. Definitely more high-definition space pirates, I'll say that right now. Anyway, new creatures added logbook. Normal space pirates. Sentient aggressor species, well-trained in weapon and melee combat. Wield galvanic accelerator cannons and forearm-mounted sights in combat. These species seek to become the dominant force of the galaxy, and their technology may help them realize this goal. Ruthless and armoral. The space pirates care little of the cost of their own ambition. Only results matter, and they take very seriously. Yep. As you can tell, a new theme plays when you're fighting space pirates. Missiles do massive damage to enemies regardless of Gentiles. We won't exactly be able to do much. Constantly fighting them will just allow the security system to keep cannon. However, the combination between this wave beam and a missile tank will knock an enemy out quickly. The doors have been unlocked because we killed all the space pirates in the area. Thankfully, this means we don't have to worry about these guys anymore. Now let's head up here. We can actually go this way. However, there's another thing we can do. Head to the right, down here, and get ourselves a map room. We haven't seen one of these in quite a while, haven't we? Because the game has already given us a map before. Because of the Space Pirate Base, we can actually find the map. Access the map when you're finished, press plus to resume play. Now we have the entire map of this area unlocked for the Space Pirate corridors. As you can plainly tell, it's definitely a area that they have definitely modified for Talon 4. And again, they were here technically before us. We never had time to get over here before. And they were resting in the space station. Until their parasite outbreak caused them to, well, scatter. It definitely is creepy once you realize there's no enemies and it just makes a echoey sound. Oh wait, I did not mean to do that. Is this a new enemy type? Nope, Scatterbomber. There we go. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, yes, it actually does reflection effect. It's pretty cool. Access Research Hydra granted. Phazon fluids at 70%, checking for diagnosis per procedure. There are enemies here. They will fire at you, and missile tank combination is still a viable option. There you go, enemies are defeated. What we've done with them. Let's go over here and look at this pirate data that we haven't found yet. Decoded. Our initial tests of exposing Talon 4 indigenous parasites to the Phazon appear to be successful. Increase in strength, speed, size, and aggressiveness are common in the test subjects, as well as unforeseen evolutions, such as having poison sacs within the abdomen and the appearance of a second-ring magnabites in several subjects. These creatures were chosen because of their resilience, and it appears possible, given the exposure to Phazon, they may one day be able to survive on any planet we transport to. Our methods will have been refined. We currently have a 100% extinction rate after the 4th infusion period, and most of the viruses of the 3rd infusion stage are so violent and uncontrollable that they have to be enuthized, which means killed. Even still, we may remain hopeful that further experimentation will result in success. They are experimenting with the poison that the planet seems to have had. More pirate data.
Recorded to logbook.
We have clarified the newfound energy source as Phazon, a V-index mutation, which we have little reliable data indicating the point of a meteor of unknown origin, expelling the Phazon into the environment. The material appears to possess the power to mutate life forms, sufficiently to withstand its poison. These mutations appear promising, with abrupt evolutionary leaps appearing in single-generation production. Plans to establish a full science team on Talon 4 are being finalized. And finally, mining operations have begun near the crater where Phazon appears to be most concentrated. Daily Phazon needs have increased 44%, and our mining systems become more streamlined as personal and equipment flows increase. Several incidents of Phazon-induced madness have been reported, prompting augmented life support regulations in the deeper chambers. Symptoms include loss of equilibrium, erratic respiration, muscle spasm, and in most extreme cases, hallucinations. A timeline reassessment for the refinery operation is recommended, as the material proves more unstable than initial analysis indicates. Space Pirates are definitely experimenting with Phazon. Oh, another one.
Recorded to logbook.
Decoded. Most touring and revolving a security checkpoints Talon 4 are complete, while we continue to research the alarming economic of breaches by local creatures. Door records showed no unauthorized entry, so we must presume these creatures are slipping in undetected during daily personnel moves, or else finding their way through subterranean tunnels. We have found many small breaches into the latter sort, and plugged them wherever we can. but it is unlikely we'll ever achieve full extermination within our current timetable. They've definitely affected the entire area outright. Over here. Elevator operational. There we go. Oh, another space fire. I think there's a new type. Nope, space fire. Excuse me, sir. I'd like to shoot you and blast these missiles. I like how they go flying every time we do that. Oh. There. Excuse me, I was trying to get you down. There we go. Excuse me, I do not care for you. Thankfully, though, knocking them out is very quick and painless. We actually haven't scanned these yet. No, large ones splash. No, we haven't scanned these. Oh, hello. Excuse me, I don't... baby! we actually slapped him with his own... Okay. That was a bit funny. To me, no lie. That was hilarious. Alright. New pirate data entry added. Major outpost Glacier 1 in the Thenarina Drifts region of Talon Forest Mountain is operating 8% capacity. Sub-zero temperatures have made the Metroid sluggish and easy to control, even well into their phase on infusion cycles. Cold containment stasis tanks are sufficient to juveniles, but some of the larger Metroids have been moved to quarantine caves for safety purposes. Security doors remain an issue, as malfunctions due to ice occur every day. Large predators in the waste are also a concern, as they continue to kill personnel and breach secure areas. Unfortunately, it has become clear that our containment teams cannot neutralize all of them without a vast increase in mutagens and soldiers. Yeah, more takeovers. Talk about hostile takeover. A lot of these other ones are not exactly worrisome. They just talk about, like... Oh, Horlight. Horlight was not something we can actually destroy. Alas, we need something far more powerful. Oh. You know, I'm kind of glad I managed to go this way. Real. There we go, cosmic spray. There we go. All enemies defeated. Thank goodness, those things do good damage on me. Oh, hello. Auto turret again. Unironically enough, we're actually out of range. Only a full charge does enough damage to do it, but thankfully it goes out of control. There we go. Open this door. More space pirates. Let's use our normal strategy to take them down. Aye, ba ba ba. Excuse me, sir. I did not appreciate that. Strategy works. More space pirates. This strategy is definitely very helpful. And as you can plainly tell, we finally got rid of all of them. Now we can get access to the door. Okay. Missile tank. I'm a little shocked that these things are so intense. Samus must really have to be good. Holographic sequence initialized. You must activate this switch. But first, new pirate data added. Phase one mining is underway. Several garrisons have been established, and terraforming of the chosen ruins is underway. Security systems are operational, and the science team continues to make progress in their biotech research. The Penindra drifts have proven to be optimal location for research headquarters, and will soon be joined by a fully operational combat base and starpoint. If command's rejections are half true, then we will rise to dominance in this sector within a decile. Truly, these are glorious times. Yeah. Except I'm here.
Recording to logbook.
Scans of space center detect a massive energy spike emitting from a Wanderer-class planet identified as Town 4. Scout reconnaissance was immediately dispatched to the center of the spike, a land mass heading 40802, returning with planetary samples of atmospheric imaging. Analysis shows that the energy source of a high unstable radioactive metal of enormous potential. We are unable to form an accurate risk assessment at this time, but we're unlikely to find any energy source this powerful again. Analysis will continue, but the current Town 4 appears to be a viable secondary headquarters. This takes place right after Metroid 1, so before the extermination of the Metroids. This was also taking place after their original base was destroyed. The original base was destroyed was Planet Zebus's. Activating that activates that. It definitely seems to be playing some music, that's for dang sure. And I kind of like it, actually. Metroid has a lot of underappreciated themes that I like to talk about, but these are definitely some of my favorites. Not counting boss themes, though. Those just rock. Activating that activates these. Going here. And because of this, we need to make sure we fully do this all the way. We got two of them down, but we need to get the other two. Alright, let's head over here. Jump up here. We want to head back to where we were. Well, not quite, actually. We were wrong about that. I was wrong. Ignore me. There we go. This way, and this way. Definitely a nice speed, I'll say that much. And it's fully activated. This finally comes down. Planetary data of the star system that we're in. And something unfamiliar to us. You can definitely tell these platforms went inward, so it actually makes it easier to jump up there. So let's jump up here. Jump there. Jump up here. Here, and then jump across. This contains something incredibly new in how the physics work in this game. Super Missile acquired. Missile uses 5 missiles. Using Power Beam, charge the missile. We'll charge and then press R to fire. Super Missiles do massive damage to enemies. If it hits, then the enemy will die no matter what, including normally powerful enemies. We have the ability to open this door, which contains a save room. Now, because I restore everything when I'm using this, I can then show off the Super Missile. Charge it all the way, then press R. It fires the Super Missile. It is definitely a point and release mechanic that you're going to need to get used to doing so. It's going to be a bit difficult, but if you try more enough, you'll have enough time to do so. It does massive damage to enemies, and the more missile tanks you have, the better you can use of it. But for now, I think we're going to end this off right here. Next time on Metroid Prime Remastered, we're going to be continuing through the Space Pirate base, and hopefully finding more information on what they're planning on Talon 4. See you guys then.